Mabuhay! 35 years ago, in a land far, far away, where colorful beaches and historic churches are in Tingras, Ilocos Norte, handsome Rexie was born. 4 years later, in Boston, Massachusetts, beautiful Joann came into this world. Soon after, they both found their way to a tiny island in the middle of the Pacific Ocean, Honolulu, Hawaii.
Okay, so I met Rex at church. It was 2013. There was a benefit concert for the Philippines Typhoon Hainan. He was doing the sound, and I noticed him because he was like the new guy. I've never seen him behind the soundboard. It's usually just Lester and my brother.
When I first met him was working with him in the sound booth and just working with him as a regular colleague. No special inclination.
Well, Lester was always trying to, for 2 years he's been trying to get me to play with the SDH, which is the digital board at the church.
He's seen a soundboard, he fell in love with the soundboard.
I never really went to church to look for anybody.
Next thing you know, I see Joann coming right behind, looking at him.
And I remember like after a while, Jojo started spending more time in the sound booth.
Joann goes, "Oh, single." Yeah, you know like him. And then she just smiled.
Saw him and was like, who's this guy? What is he doing here?
And then Rexie goes, hey, Dawn over there, the chick over there. You like her? I said, well, Dawn right behind me. Not knowing that John can't even listen what we're talking about because I'm whispering right next to his ear while he was doing the soundboard. So Rexie goes, oh, okay. Is she single? Goes, oh yeah. Number one. Never been kissed, never been touched. Goes, oh really? Yeah, that's for you.
Majority of the times I did see him after that was mainly at church because he was doing the sound. I usually do photography for a majority of the events. One of them was Christ Safari. Another one was Night in Chinatown. Was helping with one of the vendors for the food and stuff like that. I wanted to make sure they got fed, especially Rex. And I did give him his food. I don't think he actually noticed me, which is kind of sad, but it's okay. As long as he was fed, that was my main. One of the big events that kind of like started everything was a Zumba-thon. The church had a fundraising event.
Oh yeah, I guess Zumba-thon was the kicker where she wanted to borrow a mic from me.
Met him at Zumba at church, and I was like, oh, cool. She's just a friend, cool. Guy friend, yeah.
And that time, he actually asked me to go out to eat for dinner, and I was like, oh, okay.
I'm not doing anything. I might as well go ask her if she wanted to go get something to eat at the same time because she was already there.
It was real random, but from then on, I feel like it basically started everything, and we just never stopped talking to each other.
There are some moments where they just look at each other, just gaze into each other's eyes and just like, look.
A lot of times, though, we're kind of to ourselves. We didn't really tell anybody. Like,
I didn't know.
Even they could be in the same room together and they wouldn't talk to each other, look at each other. So there'd be times where like I'd question whether they were still together. So I'm sure for people that didn't know, like absolutely no way. Like they were so quiet about it.
I don't even know what's going on. I was just so oblivious, and I don't know, I just treated Rexie as a business partner.
I didn't know he even had a girlfriend at the time.
Before everything, I actually asked God, if I wanted to meet somebody, I wanted you to give her to me. And then it started clicking when Zumba-thon came. Everything just fell in place, and I knew from there on, it's like, maybe this is the one that God's trying to give me or send me to.
If people say I had a hand in the matchmaking process, say, yeah.
Joann and Rexie's relationship is fun and weird at times.
What we usually did together was eat.
Eat.
We did some gardening, we watched movies.
For one, they have grown physically.
Mostly we ate.
They eat a lot, I guess.
Yeah, mostly eating.
Things that she didn't used to do. For one, pay for gas. Two, cook food for Rexie and herself.
She has to clean her house now because
And cook.
there's no one there to tell her because her house is gonna get messy now. But before we used to be maids to her, now she has to be her own maid.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I try to cook and clean, but I like it when he cooks and cleans.
Probably clean the house, but I don't think she cleans her house right now.
She makes me do all the cooking and cleaning.
Some of the characteristics that I really admire about Rex, somewhat similar to my dad. He's really a hard worker, he's considerate, he's spontaneous, and sometimes really funny, makes me laugh.
You know, he likes to talk a lot. You know, he talks this and that and everything like that, and then he might say a few things, and then I noticed that Joann might put him in his place, or you know, kind of show him who's boss.
First of all, she's a godly woman, and that was the main thing.
She also is very humble and mentors other girls and women.
A high tolerance of me being crazy, because I could get crazy sometimes, and I'm pretty weird.
And he was a naughty boy. A very, very naughty boy.
He has good hearing because he works with sound.
The main thing is he's committed to God and to ministry, which is what I really admire about him.
If you depend on God, that's when God will give you the best.
I committed myself to let God take control. At times I feel discouraged, like, oh, why don't I have anybody to love and stuff like that, but I really put my trust in God.
It just naturally everything came together.
I allowed God to take that pen and write my love story.
They're no longer walking the dog anymore. They're running together and living life. So I just see them loving each other.
When you're putting a puzzle together, it's like how a relationship is. There are some pieces that fall to the ground, some that you get lost, and some you try to put into place, but it just doesn't fit. But there's that one piece that you just put on, and you don't have to rotate or anything, it just fits perfectly.
I feel like they got into the groove of being like a couple really well.
Well, actually, she's right. People are like puzzles. Some people are like the kindergarten puzzles where there are only 10 pieces. I would be more like the million-piece puzzle because I'm so scattered. You know, for me, I have so many thoughts. I'm thinking about too many things at one time. And then when Joann came into my life, she actually started helping me put those puzzles together, and then I started seeing the bigger picture of where I'm supposed to be going towards, you know, and that really helped me decide or make a decision. Oh man, this is who God really wants me to be with.
From the beginning, I knew it already. That is God's, time.
And it's amazing how God just puts us together. And our passion for me my passion is doing sounds, and our passion is doing photography. And because we're in ministry, and it's amazing how God just uses our passion.
He's really invested in growing his church, and I feel like she's really come alongside him to be a wife in that way, to, just be able to serve God together. And so I feel like that has really been encouraging to me to see, two people who love God and were really serving God separately, but are now figuring out, okay, how do we do that together and even like bigger and bolder?
Despite our differences and talents, our love for God really overrides all of those differences.
Okay, Joann, make me proud as a father that at least he found someone and take care of someone, and Joann take more responsibility what as a family. There is nothing wrong being married at 35. So I guess what I'm trying to say is, you know, like I said earlier, I am not the most patient guy in the world. But I guess with the grace of God, you know, that's the one area where He gave patience to me was in finding a good wife and being in a relationship. And I'm really thankful to God that I never rushed into being into a relationship, and that was the last thing on my mind. So being 35 and married, nothing wrong with that.
And of course, letting God write your love story, trust in God, because you never know. The end story will be nothing that you can imagine, but just a beautiful love story that orchestrated by God and not my own.
She's more open now with her husband, Rexie, and they're growing more like each other. And I'm just glad that Joann found a man of God to encourage her and pray with her and bless their marriage together.
Celebrate the uniqueness of your life together and learn to compromise when male and female individualities collide.
It's normal that we experience ups and downs, but don't yield on that. So the Bible says that if you have problems, don't let the sun goes down before you settle or solve your problems. So that's all. So God bless you, Joann and Rexie.
To always uplift each other, and when someone's down, you know, bring a smile on their face and always be there for them. Yeah.
Everything you do it for the Lord. Yeah. And I know for sure that God will prosper you. He will prosper you materially, spiritually, and you have a good children. Maybe 5 or more.
Rexie said 1 dozen.
We want it more. So keep your faith strong, and always depend on God.
Good luck and prosper.
Hi, Shakti. Grandma ni Joann Barayuga. Agyaman na kunay ti hiumayo ti mabuno ti detoy panagkasangay ti apuko nga iso ni Joann. Amoyo kakabsat. Iti ayat. Daslan. Ti ayat. Ti agasawa. Lumabalin ingganat inggana. Ken kastamot nga awan ti problema kumati mesa-mesa kadakwada. Agyaman na kunay kakabsat, amain na anak kakabagyan. Ti detoy oras nga panagkasangay toy apuko nga isong nga ni Joann. Kastamot nga ita nga aldaw jak mai yebkasti ayat ko ta isu nakasapol ni Joann iti mesa nga Pilipino isu nga ni Rexie Gomez. Agyaman ak Gomez kung ka apo ta inayat mo ni Joann kastamot di naganak kang ka inayat damot ni Joann. Kasta kami imot kan ni Joann inayat kamot Rexie. ita nga aldaw. Ang panunot nasakit tinagam ko. Tano adda kumapay di lakay ko. Naragragsak kumapay. Ti pa nagkasangay dito yung apo ko. Gumawan ti mabalik. Tanapanan iti sa baling ang biyag. Nupay nukasta. Sila lagi kami latakang kuha ng agnanay. Kasta mo tayo daw-dawatak. Dagito yung agasawa, Joann and Rexie. Ta, numabalin. Ikang kumanya po Diyos. Tigundaway da, sayaat kental na. Di pa nagyanda nga agasawa. Awang kumati, may salsalumina. Ingana kumati tungpal. Tibiyag ti tumunggal may sa katakwada. Agyaman nakakabsat ti umayo ti mabunog ti dito yung aldaw. Kastan, aloha ken mabuhay.